Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Epstein list conclusion is here. And all I want to say to you guys is
surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
You want to know why? Because the Epstein list showed exactly this.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. How are you good people doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You watch my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me up here, down here. Click the thumbs up button right now. That way content like this can stay consistently recommended to you. And when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification that will bring down a drop box. Select all notifications after that. Last but not least, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father. And everything I'm asking you to do over here, do it over there. I appreciate you very much for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not catch me live talking about what happened with the Epstein list, then do not worry. Because for some reason, YouTube is suppressing that video. I was live and it's being suppressed. So for those of you that YouTube is not telling you that I went live or notified you that I posted a live video, don't worry, I have your back. And please do me a favor, click the thumbs up button right now if you forgot to do it, just so my content can stay recommended to you when it comes to things like this. I'm not going to hold y'all long because I want you to watch this in its entirety, because you are going to be a little shook and some of y'all might be like, I knew it. Some of y'all might be like, what? But yeah. You know what? I'm done talking. Without further ado, here you go.
Woo, I've been trying to hold my tongue. What I tell y'all? What did I tell you guys? What did I tell y'all? I said individuals like me, we are not going to let up. Did I not tell y'all that they're going to be hoping and praying that certain world events were going to happen that would try to deter us or distract us away from keep on asking about the Epstein list? Did I not say that? I told y'all that. Look, the reason why this is important to me is because I can say this, but I just can't say no names because I promised them. There are some prominent people that y'all know that are congressmen and senators. There are some prominent people that's on YouTube that a lot of you know. A lot of us talk amongst each other, but we did kind of sign a non-disclosure that we will not disclose each other's names when we talk about certain things. But I can say this. A lot of us applied to go to the White House. And a lot of us are pretty much pre-screened on what questions we may have for the White House. Your boy, I applied for the White House to go there in the press, to a press conference to talk to the lovely Caroline Levitt, but my questions would not change. My question would not change because I stayed like a freaking pit bull locked in on the Epstein list. I did not have that. Well, what they're trying to do, I'm just being honest with y'all, what they would do, which I understand, they will want you to talk about things that are going on currently. That's what the White House will want you to do. So if, like, for example, when Trump got into presidency, his promises made, promises kept. They want me to, a lot of us social media influencer creators, they will want us to ask questions regarding things that are happening right now, not things that they are working on. And I was the individual that I would not let go. I get it. They was like, well, what about I will say, hey, I want to talk about the Epstein list. And they'll respond back by saying, hey, you do know that we have the ICE situation going on. We have this going on. Do you have any questions pertaining to possibly that? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I'm going to talk about the Epstein. Oh, when the stuff was going on between Israel and Gaza, same exact thing. Do you have any questions, Mr. Modern Renaissance Man, regarding Gaza and Israel? Nope. I want to talk about the Epstein list. Okay, Israel and Iran. Hey, Mr. Smith, do you have anything regarding any questions or any concerns that you can bring to the press conference regarding Iran and Israel? Nope, I do not. I want to know about the Epstein list. I would not let go of it. And I told you guys that events like that would happen to try to deter us away from it. A lot of us stayed on this. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all from the beginning that when they get up there, and look, for some of you, and I keep trying to tell y'all, I told you I'm not for the left, I'm not for the right. I am for the up. And the up is God. Jesus Christ says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He said, if you receive his Holy Spirit, it will guide you into all truth and righteousness. So guess what? The type of person that I am curious about finding out truth, and I love righteousness. So when they first did that whole, y'all remember all those shenanigans they did? They had those social media influencers come out, oh, we got the book. We got the book. Epstein list right here. We got it. And I was like, okay, that looks all good. Everybody's all excited. We got the list. I said, okay, woo-hoo-hoo. I'll open it up. See, that's me. That's the type of person that I am. Okay, I know there was DC Drano. I like DC Drano, another social media influencer too. Open up the list. Open up the booklet, and so y'all can show us. They opened up the book. It was nothing but a whole bunch of black marks in there. I said, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, we got played. We got played. I said it. Y'all said, y'all, I know. Look, some of y'all hate this. Look, I voted for Trump, and I have not changed my mind on that. But what some of y'all have a hard time understanding is questioning those that you have respect for. I teach that to my sons and my mentees. Just because I am considered the authoritative figure, and just because you have so much respect for me, it does not mean you should not have to have any type of, to question me, to ask me questions. It don't mean that you are against me. It don't mean that we're divided. So some people, be it on the left and the right, y'all think just because we have questions and we're like, no, we don't like this. We don't like this. And y'all think, oh, look, the MAGA are fighting amongst each other. Oh, look. And for some of y'all to think, look, you guys got played. No, we didn't get played. America and the world got played, you idiots. You think because we voted for Trump and they dropped this gaslit bombshell on us, this nothing burger, you think that it's the MAGA people that are pissed off and upset? All of us should be. Because who did this sex trafficking affect? All those women, all those children, you dumb idiots. And y'all like, y'all didn't get no Epstein list. You do know it's the families and the victims who are not getting justice in this, really? Really? That's your response? Anyway, so let me get back to it. I told you guys that I said, something about Pam Bondi don't kind of rub me the right way. The way she's up there, I'm upset. I did not know that those things weren't in there. I want answers now. I'm going to get a hold of Cash Patel. And when I get a hold of Cash Patel, I'm going to want to know what happened and what's going on. I said, y'all, I'm calling that bluff all day long. I'm sorry. Yes, look, we appreciate our votes and everything like that. But I said I will call out my own people who we put in place to work for us. That's our job, is to call them out. And I wrote and I said, I'm calling BS. What does she mean? I didn't know I didn't have everything. I said BS. And all of a sudden she said, I found out that there's truckloads of stuff that I need to see. And I said I want it on my desk. See, it's like a facade to trick you, to make you feel good that they're really going after justice. I want it on my desk, and I'm going to find out, and I'm going to this, and it makes you feel good, like, oh, good, they getting ready to do something about it. Nuh-uh. That's a facade. That's a playbook move right there. Trust me, I know. It's a playbook move to make it seem like you're really going to do something to gain the trust of the American people so we can be like, okay. I told y'all, she said truckloads of stuff? So you're telling me you didn't know that you didn't have truckloads of stuff when you got in there. You telling them they said, oh yeah, this is all we got. You trusted that. So anyway, let's keep going because I got some good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Then all of a sudden, this so-called truckload that came in, oh, it's going to take a long time to go through this. It's tens and thousands of hours of videos. I said, y'all, it's a wrap. We're not going to get anything because that can take years to go through, although the FBI been holding on to this for years. They could have been doing it then. So I said, guys, y'all, let's keep it real. This whole thing of we're transparent and we're going to this, we're going to that. Well, look at here. We are about catching criminals. So what they try to do, they try to get us by making us feel good. And I'm grateful for it. They're cracking down on illegal immigration, which is what we voted for, right? The big bill, beautiful bill passed, which a lot of us voted for. I get that. But there's still this thing where we're like, where's the Epstein list? Okay, we want the Epstein list. Where's that at? Where is the Epstein list? Pam Bondi ended up being on video. James O'Keefe of OMG, go check him out on YouTube. James O'Keefe of OMG, and also he's from Project Veritas. He shows a video of Pam Bondi talking with some person in a restaurant, and she says she got video showing children. The videos that she's seen, she said, is sickening. She said, because there are children. And you remember I covered that? Hey, I understand that there's children in the video, but who are these children doing things with? Come on now. The FBI? You guys was able to catch January 6ers that had masks on and glasses on and hats on. Y'all was able to identify them. But then Pam Bondi, you opened your mouth and said these video contains tens of thousand hours of videos of children. And I said, children doing what with who? Well, we don't, we can't show the children. Why? Because it's considered child pornography. And they said they can't show that. I don't know if y'all told y'all that. Did I tell y'all that? Yeah, the response was, we can't give that video out. We can't. I understand that. Because I wasn't trying to say I want to see the children and who the children were. I said I want to see who these children were with. Now, these are the type of questions that they don't, look, I'm telling y'all the truth. I can just tell by their responses from the White House, trying to get into the press secretary room to ask questions about the Epstein list. I cut deep into it. Well, Ty, we can't talk about that because it contains children. No. I know I used the word children, but what I said was I want to know who the children were with in those videos. Well, we got to do a little bit more digging and diving and deeping in there, and then I said no. It has to be some powerful people that are in those videos that they know are in those videos that they do not want the American people to know or see who is in those videos that she out of her mouth said that it involved children, child pornography. She said that involved children. And when James O'Keefe came out and dropped a bomb, the next day, Pam Bondi goes before the American people and say the same exact thing. The only reason why I feel she did it is because James O'Keefe busted it out. Now, here's the kicker. She was asked about the files. And she said, she was asked about the files. She was asked about the Jeffrey Epstein client list. And her words were, it's on my desk. It's on my desk. And here we are, finally. Let's get ready to get some answers. Let's get ready to get some answers, folks. Let's get ready to get some answers. And I told you guys, I said, don't be surprised if they just doing it to build up a bunch of momentum to get us all, yeah. And so I told y'all there's going to be catastrophic things. Y'all, did I not say it? And when I get to my studio, I will show you guys the video where I'm saying literally, guys, I am not a prophet. I am not anything like that, because a lot of people try to throw that on me. They say, Ty, but your predictions all come true. I'm not a prophet. I told y'all they're going to drop a nothing burger, but I said there's going to be world events, be it some sort of war, and I said be some sort of natural disasters is going to happen. It's going to be there, and they're going to use that as a means to distract us away from who's on that claim list. Did I not say that? Did I not say that it's a whole lot of people I think that we would never think of, be it Republicans and Democrats, that a lot of them are involved in that, and all of a sudden it's just going to be, well, guys, actually, so that day when I showed you guys a video of Dan Bongino, who was a complete bulldog. He was a bulldog on his podcast talking about the Jeffrey Epstein list and how he didn't believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself and all that. Cash Patel was going on a lot of podcasts. We're going to get to the bottom of this. I know, because I got a guy that's on the inside who said he's seen this. He said there are prominent figures in there that we all know, blah, 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 blah. Cash Patel and Dan Bongino goes on the Fox News interview, and both of them look like somebody scared the crap out of them. I did that video on my channel, and I showed you guys, and I said, man, y'all, Dan Bongino, them don't look right. And Cash Patel with his eyes all like this the whole time, his eyes stay like, yeah, we're gonna, and they just didn't look right. They weren't responding right. They wasn't confident. Their body language was off whenever they did that interview, right? So I said something's wrong. And then when he came out, Dan Bongino, who said, the evidence proved that Epstein killed himself. I said, yep. Next thing is going to come, guys, is there was nothing to all this. It was all just worked up. It was all just pumped up, guys. There's nothing to this. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to draw y'all attention to how, and shout out to Fox News for doing this, for calling out the BS. And I'm getting ready to show y'all what my sister, Candace Owens, her segment on what was asked at this press conference to Caroline Levitt in regards to the Epstein files. Watch this. So stay tuned. Check this out.
Bondi definitely said on Fox News in February that the client list was on her desk.
Can y'all hear that? I want to know if y'all can hear that first before I do anything, okay? So those of you that are listening right now, let me know if y'all can hear that. When I just played that little bit of a segment, guys, can y'all hear that? I need some answers before I play it. Let me play it one more time. It seemed like my chat froze.
I mean, I'll let you guys watch the clip of what she said on Fox News. Take a listen.
Can you guys hear that? I need some responses. Unless YouTube froze y'all. That's crazy. Y'all comments aren't coming through. Some of y'all saying no. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's get ready to go into it.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you just said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
That was a list, right? That was a list.
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to now go through your process. Now, I won't say they're guilty until they go through their time in court. But again, now it's time for accountability. We have seen for so many years, Pierce, in this country, many investigations, subpoenas, testimonies in Congress, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a general frustration with accountability. We take it halfway, we don't take it home. And I really believe that now with Cash and Pam, there will be accountability.
Whoop. We believe with Cash and Pam that there will be accountability. So y'all just heard that right there. She just said, the people on the list, she said the word list, the people on the list are going to be held accountable. Did she not say that? She didn't want to talk about who was on the list, but she said the people on the list are going to be held accountable. Now watch this.
Now let's run Caroline Levitt at the White House briefing earlier today. Take a listen.
DOJ and FBI have now concluded there was no Jeffrey Epstein client list. Retail magazine.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the bombshell here is they came out, and I'm sorry that I did this. Let me do something real quick here. So, they came out today, and they released to the American people, and they said there is no list. If that's not the biggest load of wet, liquidy, filled with corn and pepper flakes bull crap that I've heard, I'm just telling y'all right now, that right there kills credibility. It kills credibility, plain and simple. They said there was a list. Pam Bondi said the list was on my desk. Miss Hobbs, she just said she saw the list and the names on the list, and these people on the list are going to be held accountable, but they can't talk about the people on that list yet. She said that. Let me see if I can turn this up a little bit more. Hit that thumbs up button for me right now, ladies and gentlemen. Click that thumbs up button for me right now. Got 600 people in here right now. Here. Y'all want to hear it again? Y'all couldn't hear it. Let me do something here. Give me a second.
To lock up bad guys.
So listen to this. Here go Hobbs on Pierce Morgan show.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to go through your process. Now, I won't say they're guilty until they go through their time in court.
I won't say they are guilty until they go through their time in court. They, which means she's talking about people.
But again, now it's time for accountability. We have seen for so many years, Pierce, in this country, many investigations, subpoenas, testimonies in Congress, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a general frustration with accountability. We take it halfway, we don't take it home. And I really believe that now with Cash and Pam, there will be accountability.
Now watch this. Watch this.
Retail magazine supporters who say they want anyone involved in electronic. DOJ and FBI have now concluded there was a client list.
No Jeffrey Epstein client list after we just heard who was on the list.
What do you tell MAGA supporters who say they want anyone involved in Jeffrey Epstein's alleged crimes to be held accountable?
This administration wants anyone who has ever committed a crime to be held accountable, and I would argue this administration has done more to lock up bad guys than certainly the previous administration. And
She's doing damage control. I'm just calling out the BS. Let's be real. She is doing damage control. She turned around and said, this administration has been a big administration on holding people accountable. Look what we've been doing. We are locking up more bad people than the last administration. No, we're not talking about locking up bad people. We are talking about the people on that list. That's why I can't go there. I told you I will call out BS among anybody on the left and the right. It does not matter.
Who has ever committed a crime to be held accountable. And I would argue this administration has done more to lock up bad guys than certainly the previous administration. And the Trump administration is committed to truth and to transparency. That's why the Attorney General and the FBI Director pledged at the President's direction to do an exhaustive review of all of the files related to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes and his death. And they put out a memo in conclusion of that review. There was material they did not release because, frankly, it was incredibly graphic and it contained child pornography, which is not something that's appropriate.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. I understand that you don't want to release that, which I completely agree with that because it involves children. But the thing is, she said child pornography. Who were the children doing these heinous, evil things with? What grown-ups appeared in those videos? That's what I don't care about. I'm not. This might come off sounding wrong. I don't care about seeing the children or whoever the children were. I do care about them and the fact that they got hurt. But when I'm saying, y'all get my figure of speech. I don't care about the children. What I care about is who are the grown-ups in these videos
For public consumption, but they committed to an exhaustive investigation. That's what they did, and they provided the results of that. That's transparency.
No, it's not.
Okay, so the FBI looked at the circumstances surrounding the death of Jeffrey Epstein. According to the report, this systematic review revealed this. So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
Client list that Pam Bondi said she had on her desk. And I just showed you guys a video of Pam Bondi saying she has a list on her desk. We just heard I think her last name is Hobbs, that she was a lawyer for President Trump. We just heard her say she saw the names on the list. But listen to this.
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox News. Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying.
Look, Peter Ducey, or Ducey, however you say his name, I'm so glad that he is being biased. I'm so glad he is just asking questions that a lot of us would be asking.
The entirety of paperwork, all of the.
Let's hear his question again. Watch
this. If
this.
you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox News. Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. I gotta press this button to make y'all flip back on me. BS. Look, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100% real. That is complete bullcrap. I told y'all, this is what y'all have a hard time with. There is nothing wrong with calling out BS or disagreeing with a party that you are for. Have y'all ever played any sports teams? Y'all ever played any team sports? I played team sports, right? Basketball, did a little bit of football, track and field. You think that I agree with every teammate on my team? No, we disagreed. We argued. We fought, but we still were a team. This is what's going on here. There's nothing wrong with calling out the bull crap. You can't sit there and say what she meant was no. She was asked about the list in which she said was on her desk. What was on her desk? The list. Not stuff that had files and stuff that had, oh, he went here this day or that day. It didn't ask, oh, it was a cumulative of everything. No, it was flat out. The list was on your desk, and Pam Bondi said, yes, the list is on my desk. And Katie Hobbs just got done saying that she saw the list, and the people that are on the list are going to be held accountable. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that thumbs up button right now if you're enjoying this. And if you are someone that's been, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. Give me a second. Here we go.
She had on her desk.
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox
I've
News.
got the quote.
Go ahead.
Sean Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that.
There you have it, you guys. That is transparency. That's transparency. I mean, I don't know what more you want from your government. Do you feel like they're laughing at us? I feel like they're laughing at us. We are definitely in clown world. I'm not a huge Elon Musk fan because I think he plays a role in becoming AI system of controlling global affairs. But he did nail it with this clown meme tweet. I will say that.
Check this out. This is what Elon Musk, this is what was posted. Elon Musk posted this. We will release the Epstein list. We just need more time. The Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling y'all right now, I 100% completely agree with this meme that Elon Musk left right here. This is what happened to the American people in regards to the so-called Epstein list. And I'm telling y'all right now, there's going to be some people. Oops, I'm trying to get this camera switched. There are going to be some people that are going to be completely upset, mad that a lot of individuals like myself, that we are calling out bullcrap from our government. We are calling out bull crap from our government. And ladies and gentlemen, I think what they're pretty much saying right now, let's just keep it real. I think it would have been better off. Let me tell y'all something. As a father, I always say things like as a father, right? From a father experience. I think it would have been better off for them to say, we're not going to discuss it and get into this right now. We're focusing on fixing America right now, so we're not going to talk about the Epstein list until we fix America. At least they would have been like, okay, well, we might as well stop asking. We might as well shut up about it. But I know some people are saying, but President Trump, which he did, President Trump said that he was going to direct them to release it. And now I believe that this is going to be one of the deals where this is not going to be let go. I'm telling y'all, I know that now I might not get the invite to go to the White House because I think what they're going to try to do now, because I'm going to ask again, I think what they're going to try to do, if I keep on coming in there and saying I still want to have questions on the Epstein list, you know what my response, I guarantee I'm going to get a response from the White House. They're going to tell me we are no longer discussing the Epstein list. It's not something that's a priority. We told the American people that there is no list. Therefore, that's not a question that we think is going to be something that we would want to, that's what they pretty much are just telling us. There is no list. Move on. It is what it is. Unless we get some other party member in there that can go in there and absolutely just, guys, I'm just telling y'all, I don't know. I hate it for some people. There's a lot of you guys that sent me so much information. Y'all sent me stuff. Y'all found out. Y'all sent me stuff about y'all senators and congressmen and who y'all said y'all know was involved and things like that. and y'all just knew y'all were about to get y'all answer. And I told y'all, don't sit there and just necessarily grab onto this. I said, I think this may be just something to be used as momentum. Release the RFK files, release the MLK files, release the Epstein files and everything like that. I said, I think that's one of those deals where it gave people so much momentum, so much, yeah, we're really getting ready to get. And I told you, I said, don't be surprised if they pull the psych on us. Did I not say it? And now we got it. Anyway, folks, I don't know what else to tell people. I don't know what else to tell people. It would just been better off if they said we're not going to release the names on the Epstein list. We got to do further investigation. It's going to take a whole lot of time. So we just going to conclude as of right now that the Epstein list stuff is inconclusive. But to come out and tell us that there is no Epstein list and we're supposed to just move on and believe that, absolute BS. Absolute BS. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I appreciate you guys all tuning in and listening to me rant on this. I'm glad I was able to show you guys this information. I think that this is going to be one of the biggest upsets to the American people, that you're not getting a clear answer. And again, this does not mean that MAGA and the Republicans are all of a sudden divided and fighting amongst each other. It does not mean that the Republicans or MAGA all of a sudden are going to start hating Trump and hating. It just means it just means as a whole, the American people, we are pissed off that they pretty much gaslit us through this whole thing. Let me not say gaslit us. Gaslit y'all. The ones that really believe that I told y'all, you really think they get ready to release this? For the people that's on, you really think that? Oh, come on. I know it. I understand it. But it's just going to be a hard pill to swallow. And I'm going to try to help a lot of y'all out right now. Especially a lot of you that sent me videos and sent me information. You might as well just let it go. Let's keep it real. I understand you pissed. I understand you mad. I understand you're going to want to really demand it. You might as well let it go. They're not giving that stuff up. You're going to have to live your life not knowing if the people that you voted for are child sexual assaulters. You hear me? You're going to have to live the rest of your life knowing that people that you may have shook hands with, me, myself too. I shook hands and shared the stage with a lot of prominent senators and congressmen and still continue to do it. Not knowing if one of them might have been one of those child sexual assaulters. Not knowing. You're just going to have to live with it now because they're not giving it to us. They're not releasing. All of a sudden, Epstein didn't kill himself, nor is there an Epstein list. If there's no Epstein list, how are there victims? And if there are no victims, why is she still locked up? What is she locked up for? Trafficking who? And whoever it is she trafficked, who did she traffic them to? Why is she locked up? Yeah, I know, folks. With that being said, make sure you guys do me a favor. There was a total of like almost 800 people in here, and less than half of you guys have hit that thumbs up button. Clicking the thumbs up button will allow my content to consistently be recommended to you. So if y'all would, please, before I let y'all go, please click the thumbs up button right now. If you are on your phone watching me live right now, double tap the screen. When you double tap the screen, it gives the video a thumbs up. But what a big, huge letdown, ladies and gentlemen. I think that everybody that may have been on that Epstein list was the same people that was on that Diddy list. Yeah, you heard me. Diddy just became the black Epstein, and Epstein got let go of his life, and Diddy got let go and getting the least amount of charges. Why? Because too many important, prominent people, all in Hollywood, all in Congress, all in government, were attending all of those things. They just switched races. They just switched races. Plain and simple. I believe the same people, I'll never know, but I have a right to believe it. I believe the same people that was on that Diddy list was the same people that was on the Epstein list. Now that we know Diddy is going to be let free and we're never going to be able to see any Diddy's list, that's why there's no Epstein list. Plain and simple. We're going to have to just move on and swallow this pill. They screwed a lot of people over. They gaslit a lot of American people. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys all go, all right? I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.